Hi there everyone, it is currently Friday the 28th of December and Tropical Storm Wukong continuing to dissipate actually here into the South China Sea. This is what the storm system like right now. Unfortunately, across the Philippines you have some deaths, actually at least 5 reported at this time from the last time I've seen here, and still several people missing. Still going to be seeing some rain showers across the Philippines, but nothing too severe as this storm system continues to dwindle out and push there towards the southwest. But really, it is very disorganized and incredibly sheared out due to a trough towards the north, which is pushing off here towards the northeast. And actually, that's going to bring widespread rain showers across Japan, raising up the temperatures. So it's going to be warmer here on Friday going into Saturday, even Sunday across much of Japan. But on the downside, well, this is what the radar picture is looking like out of western Japan. And to say it's wet would just fall short of the storm system that's pushing through here. Even down towards Okinawa, you've seen some thunderstorm activity pushing off towards Kyushu. Actually, in southern portions of Kyushu, 1 to 150 millimeters of rainfall is going to be expected here. And then Tokyo is going to be in on the action next, so definitely going to be a wet weekend overall. But the good news, it doesn't look like it's going to change over to snow unless you want the snow. The bad news is that rain's going to hit some of the mountains here and bring the risk of some avalanches across much of northern Japan. And then behind it, though, we're going to start to see some clear skies, but temperatures dropping right off. Still some snow showers here in northeastern China, but expect the temps to really drop down. Even around Shanghai, you're going to be seeing them get near the freezing mark for the high going into your weekend behind this front. So a very active system, that troughing, bending all the way down here, pushing back up, and then that moves across Japan, and you have the ridge here, and that is why back to Wukong continuing to get disrupted here. Let's shift gears and look down towards the south, just south of the equator, where we are going to be turning our attentions to basically all weekend. Definitely going to be watching this one lingering here right around Guadalcanal towards the eastern portions of the Solomon Islands. Spinning up is our tropical low, and this one looks like it very well is going to track down here towards the south, follow along the eastern periphery of a high pressure ridge right in here, and push out towards New Caledonia, and very well being problematic for flooding across that area, specifically into the capital there of Noumea, where you do have a very high population and cyclones do not come through all too often. Basically, about once or twice a year you'll see a very significant one. And at this time, the Fiji Meteorological Agency actually expects this to intensify up to a Category 3 on the Fiji meteorological scale. So a very strong storm system, and really at this time, if we go back to that satellite picture, the storm is developing rather decently, as good radial outflow, good inflow coming in from the north here, all these rain bands you see wrapping around it, and a defined center of circulation. No eye just at this time. It's still really just a weak tropical depression, but it does have all these ingredients here to intensify and rapidly intensify into a significant tropical system. So definitely want to watch this one throughout the next several days as it starts to push towards the south here, and really it does start to intensify rather rapidly going throughout the weekend. A little bit of dry air inflow, but definitely it's being overcome by moisture inflow. And also at this point the system is very large, with a rather large overall cloud cover and cloud basin around the system. So as it does push down there towards the south, it's going to have that to work with as well to allow it to run a little bit farther. And with that said, this is actually going into New Year's Day, into the evening hours. Starts to approach here on New Caledonia. It does look like it's going to weaken out, mainly due to some dry air inflow coming in from the south, but still, you're going to be seeing some gusty winds and potentially heavy rains across New Caledonia. But the good news, this time, some dry air inflow is going to be working into the mix. But for now, though, much of the Solomon Islands are going to continue to get walloped here by this storm system as this continues to linger and starts to work its way towards the south. But for a more in-depth update, that's just my quick analysis on it. Please check out our Cyclone Chasers and 28 Cyclones, both our partners here at westernpacificweather.com. They have plenty of information being put out on this system and much more across much of the southern Pacific basin as we go throughout the next several days. So thanks again for watching, though, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them in the comment box below. Always remind you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at RobertsBetter or at westernpacificweather.com. And stay safe out there. All right. Have a good day.